Okay, so we have to talk about this Game Freak thing.
Oh, absolutely.
This TeraLeak.
Yeah.
It's like someone took...
It's huge.
I know. It's like someone took like a...
Just dropped a bomb.
Yeah, and we're all just like trying to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, trying to sift through it all.
Yeah, so we're doing the digging for you.
Absolutely.
We're sifting through the digital rubble to bring you the most exciting and potentially game-changing revelations from this leak.
Yeah.
And believe me, there are some big ones.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think before we even get into like the really juicy details, we do have to acknowledge like the seriousness of what happened here.
Oh, for sure.
Game Freak did confirm that there was a data breach with employee information potentially compromised.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously a lot of this is very exciting for fans,
Yeah.
but it did come at a cost.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know, it's like we're not trying to downplay that.
Of course not,
Oh,
obviously. But yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, let's do it.
So one of the things that I find most fascinating about this whole thing is the insight it gives us into the development of like even just the classic Pokemon games.
Yeah.
We're talking beta designs, early concepts,
Oh, wow.
even source code for games like Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
It's like getting a backstage pass to like the Game Freak vault.
Exactly.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah, and you know, for like the hardcore fans out there,
Oh, yeah.
the source code stuff is huge.
Oh, huge.
Like this could lead to, I'm sure, a resurgence in the ROM hacking community.
For sure.
People being able to go in there and add stuff and really make it their own.
Oh, absolutely. This breathes new life into all this old,
Totally.
you know,
Yeah.
amazing stuff. But this leak isn't just about looking back.
Right.
It's also given us these tantalizing glimpses into the future of the Pokemon universe.
For sure.
Like, remember all those rumors about Pokemon Legends, Arceus, and a potential sequel?
Yeah, Pokemon Legends, ZA.
Yes.
I mean, it seems like those rumors might be true. The leaks seem to confirm that the game is not only in development, but potentially finished.
What?
And slated for a Switch release.
What?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, it's out there.
That's crazy.
And then on top of that, there are whispers of a brand new multiplayer Pokemon game in the works, codenamed Synapse.
Ooh, Synapse.
Yeah.
I like it.
Some are saying that it could be a massively multiplayer online game, MMO.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
An MMO.
That's the rumor.
Wow.
That's what's going around.
That would be wild.
Yeah, a persistent Pokemon world where you can interact with trainers from all over the globe.
Who would be like...
That's what they're saying.
Oh my gosh. That would be crazy.
That would be wild.
So from what we're gathering, Synapse seems like it's more than just your typical like spin-off. This is like a big deal for them.
Yeah, it could be huge.
This might be Game Freak's attempt to create a truly like interconnected Pokemon experience.
Yeah.
Bridging the gap between the main games and the anime and the manga and the trading card game.
Oh,
all of it.
the whole 9 yards.
It's a lot.
It is, but they might be thinking even bigger than that.
What?
Yeah. There's been a lot of chatter about Gen 10,
Okay.
codenamed Gaia.
Gaia. Okay.
And what's really got people talking is the possibility that it's being developed for both the current Switch and its rumored successor.
Wait, slow down.
Yeah.
Cross-gen development for a mainline Pokemon game.
It's unheard of.
That's unheard of.
That's crazy.
Are we talking about a world where I can seamlessly transition from my Switch to a new console and keep playing the same game?
That's what it sounds like.
That's insane.
It's a big deal if it's true.
It would be huge.
Yeah.
It suggests that maybe Game Freak is rethinking their whole, like, approach to console generations.
It could change everything.
Right.
It could be a whole new ball game.
This is wild. Okay, so
Yeah.
we've got all this, like, history revealed.
Yes.
We've got all this future stuff to look forward to.
Yeah.
But there's more.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. This leak hasn't just revealed finished projects. Okay.
Right.
It's also unearthed some really interesting insights into Game Freak's creative process,
Totally.
including ideas that ultimately got left on the cutting room floor.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Like those scrapped Pokedex entries.
Oh, yeah.
They're like the deleted scenes of the Pokemon world.
They are fascinating.
Right.
Yeah.
Little glimpses into like alternate timelines and darker possibilities.
Some of them are unsettling.
Yeah, some of those backstories were kind of messed up.
Yeah, for sure. And it really makes you think,
Yeah.
like, what if Game Freak had gone in that direction? What if they had leaned into those, like, darker themes and more mature storylines?
It would have been a very different Pokemon experience.
It would have been a completely different game.
For sure.
Absolutely.
It makes you appreciate, though, the creative choices that they...
But, yeah, I think there's a lot more to unpack here.
Oh, for sure.
This leak is not just about revisiting the past or uncovering scrapped ideas.
Yeah.
It's also given us these, like, really tantalizing hints about the future of the franchise,
Totally.
particularly when it comes to, like, spin-offs.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? Like all this stuff that was never supposed to be seen.
I know, it's like all their secrets.
All their secrets, yeah.
And, like, their process.
Yeah, it makes you think about it differently, you know?
For sure. Like you said, we think of these big companies, these big franchises,
Right?
and everything's like a well-oiled machine.
Like they've got it all figured out.
Right, but clearly
Not figuring it out as they go.
they're just like us.
Exactly. There's like trial and error.
Yeah.
Things they scrap, things they change their minds about.
It's kind of cool, though.
It is.
Mm.
It makes them seem more human.
Yeah, more relatable.
Right. Like they're not these untouchable gaming gods.
No.
They're just people trying to make cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it reminds me of that whole Nintendo leak,
Oh, yeah.
the Giga leak a few years back.
That was huge.
It was massive. People found all sorts of old Nintendo stuff.
Prototypes, designs, even canceled games.
I know.
Wait.
It was like stepping back in time.
Totally.
And I feel like this is the Pokemon equivalent.
Yeah, this is our Gigaleak moment.
It really is. And people are already digging in,
Oh, I bet.
finding all these hidden details, trying to connect the dots.
It's like a giant puzzle.
Exactly. Like, what were they thinking when they
Mhm.
came up with some of this stuff?
Especially like we were talking about before, those Pokedex entries,
Oh, yeah.
the scrapped ones.
Yeah.
Some of those were dark.
Seriously messed up.
I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
what if they'd actually gone there?
Can you imagine?
A dark and gritty Pokemon game.
Rated M for mature.
Rated M for Pokemon.
I mean, it would have been interesting.
It would have been very different.
Very different.
But it makes you appreciate, the choices they did make.
Yeah, maybe they dodged a bullet there.
Maybe so.
But okay, enough about the past, right? What about the future?
Oh, right. Yeah, there were some pretty big hints about that, too.
Like that Detective Pikachu thing?
The sequel.
Yeah. I did not see that coming.
Me neither. I thought they were done with that.
Right. But apparently not.
Nope, they're making another one.
Wild.
I kind of want to see it now.
Oh, for sure.
The first one was surprisingly good.
It was. Okay, and then there's that new anime.
Oh, yeah, the leaked concept art.
You saw that?
Yeah, I took a peek. It looks different.
Really? How so?
It's hard to tell from just a few images, but it seems like they're going for a more, I don't know,
Yeah.
more mature vibe. Less Saturday morning cartoons, more like a serious anime.
Interesting.
Yeah, like maybe for an older
I
audience.
think that's got to grow with the fans, right?
Exactly. But with all this talk about sequels and spin-offs,
Yeah.
it's easy to forget that this was a big deal for Game Freak.
Oh, right.
Like this leak, it wasn't just information, it was a security breach.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And they're going to have to answer for that.
So, yeah, a lot to think about.
It's kind of overwhelming when you really sit back and process it all.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It's like we've been given this treasure map to the Pokemon world.
Yeah, and we get to decide where to go next.
Right. Like, do we want to go dig up all the secrets or just enjoy the ride?
I think it's a balance, Like, it's cool to see how Game Freak works, how they iterate on ideas.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate the final product even more, like all the thought that goes into it.
Exactly. But it's also important to remember that this leak, it wasn't meant for us,
Right, right. It's like we're seeing behind the curtain and maybe we weren't supposed to.
Yeah, and that's kind of where the whole ethical thing comes in, right?
Yeah, like how much of this should we be dissecting? How much should we be sharing?
It's a tough one, for sure.
It is, and I don't think there's an easy answer.
No, not at all. But it's definitely something to be mindful of.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. But okay, enough about the ethics for now. Let's get back to the fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like, what's next for Pokemon?
Right, like how does Game Freak even move forward from this?
I'm kind of excited to see what they do, Like, do they play it safe now?
Or do they go even wilder?
Exactly. Like, maybe this leak will be the thing that pushes them to take more risks.
Oh, that would be awesome. Imagine like a whole new era of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Inspired by this leak.
It would be revolutionary. Like, they're not just making games anymore, they're breaking the mold.
Right. Like this is bigger than just a few leaked designs and some source code.
Way bigger.
This is like a cultural moment.
Totally. And it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out,
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've done our due diligence here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think we covered a lot of ground.
We dug deep, we unearthed some secrets, we speculated wildly.
We did it all.
We did it all. So to everyone listening, keep those Pokeballs ready. Keep those detective hats on.
And most importantly, keep catching them all.
That's right. This has been your deep dive into the Game Freak TeraLeak. And until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly,
Stay awesome.
stay awesome.
Yeah.